You know, the funny thing is that you have, like, you draw things on paper and you work also with an architect trying to imagine the exhibition, and then when you start to build it, things rapidly change, and you can see that the relationship between the works is different from how you imagined it, but also the relation to space. So some things are too small for the space, or some things are too big, and you're constantly shifting things. So we're now nearly just over a week from the opening, so we have now a fairly good idea of what the exhibition will look like. At least the structures, the walls that we built. And we decided to build walls without painting them, so to keep it very simple, kind of provisional structures. Um, and again, to touch on this reality, it feels more real than if you paint it, you pretend it's something that it's not. It's just a box that's built out of knauf. And so we put together now these exhibition elements, and and I think that there are still some works where I don't know where they're going to go, and we have to work on it in the next days to try and figure out exactly how the exhibition looks. So it's a kind of exciting phase, because you move from 2 dimensions on paper to the 3 dimensions of the exhibition space. And then you also have to start to change things that you thought would work and that don't, or things that you suddenly realize work very well, whereas before you had no idea. Recently, Small But Dangers were in the space, and they had a huge amount of work that they brought, and we had to make a selection from it. And that was really exciting, because we were trying to combine these 2 artists to collaborate, but work with very different styles. And it was a real pleasure working with them, trying to put these different kinds of works next to each other. Kind of very figurative, but quite mad painting, and then much more detailed, almost graphical style. And what we came out with was something that we didn't think to come out with at the beginning of the process. Yeah, it was like, how do things work visually? And the visual sense that you have is very different from the mental, I suppose, or the intellectual imagination of what it might be. Once you're in a room and you look at something, you know whether it works or not, and you can't say exactly why, but it's just the knowledge that that becomes apparent. So yeah, now it's actually quite exciting.